Texas put a two-step on the Tribe last night, and it came in the form of Josh Hamilton and Nelson Cruz in the seventh inning. Now the Indians look to rally after dropping the first two games of this four-game set and will need a quality start from Fausto Carmona. This first-place matchup is next on STO. It's a warm night tonight in downtown Cleveland as the Indians and Rangers get set for Game 3 in this four-game series. Cleveland still looking for their first win against Texas here this weekend. Good evening and welcome into our broadcast along with Rick Manning. I'm Al Pulowski. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And Rick, when you take a look at this Texas team, the lineup's been outstanding. Last night, though, the two big bats, Josh Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, really had to go.
Two guys that come back from an 11-game absence. They were on the disabled list, but Texas has an 8-3 record since their return. Both Hamilton and Cruz, two of the best hitters in the league, one from the left side, one from the right side, did the damage last night. And you've got to have to pitch these guys before them. You can't let them have runners on base. 6.5 runs a ball game in the last 11, 19 home runs, 31 doubles. These guys can be awfully dangerous.
They sure can. The Texas lineup looking as good as anybody's lineup right now. And Fausto Carmona will be tasked with trying to stop them tonight. And let's take a look at today's pitching matchup. Brought to you by the Jeep brand. We don't just make SUVs, we make history.
Going up against Derek Holland, the left-hander has not pitched against the Indians yet in his young career. He is 4-1. 96 earned run average, a left-hander that has a good fastball, a couple different sliders. Fausto Carmona has to turn it around. His last start in Toronto, he wants to forget. He's going up against a better offense tonight, although Toronto did score 7 runs in 1 inning off him. He wants to shake that off, come back, stay aggressive, throw strikes, and try and stay ahead of the Texas hitters this evening.
All right, so we'll see what happens tonight when the Indians take on the Rangers in Game 3 of this four-game set, and a couple of big bats are going as well. For Texas, it's Josh Hamilton as he tries to keep it going for the Rangers. And how about for the Indians, Asdrubal Cabrera? He's been on fire. They're both coming up next. Another very warm night tonight here at Progressive Field. Right now 86 degrees as the Tribe and Rangers getting set to battle it out here in Game 3 of this four-game series. Tonight, Fausto Carmona on the hill for Cleveland, and for the Texas Rangers, left-hander and Derek Holland, who's from Newark, Ohio, as the Tribe takes the field and gets prepared for this one here tonight. Indians trying to snap a 2-game losing streak to Texas. The Rangers look to keep rolling as they have won 8 of their last 11. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight for the Texas Rangers and who Fausto Carmona will be facing 1 through 9 as the Tribe will try to neutralize this lineup, which has not been easy as it's been very good. Ian Kinsler leads it off, then Elvis Andrus, who this series is batting .500. Josh Hamilton in the 3-hole, then Young, Beltry, Cruz, and Moreland. That's the same as last night. 8 and 9 change, though. Torrealba behind the plate. Murphy is in left field, starting his first game in the last 5.
Fausto Carmona on the mound, making his 13th start this year. He is 3-6, a .531 earned run average. He has not won a game since May 3rd. That was against Oakland, out in Oakland. So he is in desperate need of a win. In his career, though, only 2-6 against the Texas Rangers, and he has not beaten them since 2008. So he would love to come out here, be on top of his game, and try and get the Indians into a win column, but he's going to have to do it against an awfully tough lineup. Let's take a look at the Indians' defense, brought to you by Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, saluting the men and women defending our country and watching on the Armed Forces Network. It'll be Brantley in left, Grady's back in center field, Kearns is in right, Everett at third, as Drubel at short, Orlando at second, Santana gets the start at first base tonight. That means Lou Marson is behind the plate, and this is the first time that Marson has caught Carmona all year long.
So we'll keep an eye on that battery. Here's the umpires. Eric Cooper behind home plate tonight. Tim Timmons at first base. Mark Carlson's at second. And Jeff Kellogg, who called the balls and strikes last night, is at third. And we are just about set for first pitch here tonight. On team photo giveaway night tonight at Progressive Field, Ian Kinsler will step in for Texas. Last night he was 0 for 4, and he's one of the few Rangers that isn't hot right now. He's hitless in his last 11 at-bats, which cover the last 3 games. Fausto's first pitch tonight, ball 1. Kinsler hits that one hard to left center field and hits it deep, but Sizemore's on the run and he'll make the catch in the gap there in left center field. So 1 away in the first inning as Kinsler gave it a ride, but Grady caught up to it.
Well, Grady, nice to see him back in the outfield. Only his second start since coming off the DL out in center field. And why not test you? First hitter of the ball game. Kinsler hits one to left center field. Grady runs it down, out number 1.
So that'll bring Elvis Andrus to the plate, who matched a career high with 4 hits last night. He's done that 5 times in his career.
Well, these are the guys you have to get off, or get out, I should say, before you get the big boys. Hamilton, you got to get the table setters, keep them off the bases. Not only keep him off, this guy, he can steal a base. He did last night on a pitch out. He has stolen 19 this year and has not been caught yet.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. 1-1 now to Andrus. And you brought it up last night, Rick. We're seeing 2 of the best young shortstops in baseball in this series with Andrus and Cabrera.
No question about it. I think 2 of the best in the league, without a doubt. Cabrera with more power. This kid can hit, though.
And he gets a single to left field, first hit of the night. And Andrus is aboard with 1 out here in the first inning.
And don't be surprised to see if he's running. This guy uses the whole field. He can hit a ball inside, outside. It doesn't matter. He's got great bat control. The number 2 hole suits him beautifully in that lineup. We saw him go to right field a couple times last night. You try and pitch him in, he'll pull the ball. And you can see hits by direction. I mean, it's pretty much, he uses the middle part of the field and will hit it where it's pitched.
This series now with that hit, now 6 for 11. So here's Josh Hamilton. He went deep last night for the 2nd time this season. And he goes deep this time to right field. That one is way out of here. To the mezzanine for Josh Hamilton. A 2-run homer. And the Rangers take it early, 2-0 lead.
I think it's safe to say this guy's heating up. That ball was smoked. You don't see many balls hit that far. His 3rd home run this year, 2nd in as many nights. Carmona trying to get ahead. That's about the same place he hit the home run last night, a fastball, except Sip was coming from the left-hander. This is the right-hander, and this is a bomb. Texas jumps up top, 2-0.
So just like that, the Rangers offense keeps right on rolling. They put 2 on the board here in the first. Michael Young, first pitch swinging. Rounds to third, and Everett makes the throw to Santana, 2 down. Well, the Rangers won game 1 7-4, game 2 11-2. So now in Not even 19 complete innings, Rick. Offensively, this Rangers ball club has scored 20 runs.
Well, they can do it. I mean, you're going to have to make quality pitches. There's no doubt about it. Carmona gives up his 10th home run. And it's early, so they take a lead, and they will be relaxed. They've been swinging the bats very well.
Here's Adrian Beltre.
We showed you in the open over the last 11 games since both Hamilton and Cruz came off the disabled list. They're averaging 6.5 runs a game.
One and one to Beltre. He had 3 hits last night. And he hits that one to left center field. Brantley moving over will make the catch on the run. And the Rangers retired here in the top of the first, but they put 2 on the board. Indians coming to bat. Already have those 2 on the board with the Josh Hamilton home run. Time now to take a look at the Indians starting lineup presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Brantley, Orlando Cabrera in the 2-hole, then Asdrubal. It's Santana, Sizemore, and Dunk in the middle third, followed by Kearns, Marson, and Everett.
24-year-old left-hander Derek Holland on the mound for the Rangers, a native of Newark, Ohio, which is just outside Columbus. First time he has faced the Indians.
And he delivers ball 1 to Michael Brantley. There's a strike.
Thing to keep an eye on Holland tonight is the control, command of his fastball.
Brantley lines that one right to the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, who makes the catch. So Brantley hits it on the nose, but he's out number 1. Let's take a look now at yesterday's great clip of the game, brought to you by Great Clips, and it's Asdrubal Cabrera with the 9th inning home run, his 11th of the season to lead the Tribe. Also had 3 hits last night. Relax. You're at Great Clips. Asdrubal hitting in the 3-hole today, and Orlando Cabrera. It's the first pitch right back at Holland, who makes the play, and quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Take a look at the Home Depot defense for the Rangers. Murphy in left. He gets his first start in the series. Hamilton moves to center. Cruz is in right. Beltre is at third. Andrus at shortstop. Kinsler is at second. Moreland at first. Torrealba behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot. I guess they had to give Chavez a night off. He only had 7 hits the first 2 games.
I guess you know you're a hot team when you can rest a guy who has 7 hits.
Yeah, and put a guy in left field for you that's 5 of 7 off the starting pitcher going against your team.
Yeah, that's David Murphy taking his spot. So here's Asdrubal Cabrera, who has been doing it all this year for the Tribe. playing good defense, but that offense so solid. And to show you how consistent he's been against left-handers this year, he's batting .301. Against righties, .310. So a true switch hitter in every sense of the word here. Is really doesn't matter who you put on the mound against him, Rick. He's coming through.
Well, he's been so consistent all year, and that's not easy to do, to hit that consistently from both sides of the plate. To maintain that swing from the right side when you're not facing the left-handers and keep a good swing left-handed, tough to do.
Cabrera hits that one high in the air to center. Josh Hamilton cruising back. He'll make the catch. 8-pitch inning for Holland, and the Indians retired in the first. We go to the second. 2-0 Rangers. What's sweet and tart? Cool and refreshing. McDonald's McCafe Frozen Strawberry Lemonade. By your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. And by AT&T. So we go to the second inning here on a gorgeous night in downtown Cleveland. Nelson Cruz, Mitch Moreland, Yorvit Torrealba. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 in the Rangers lineup. Numbers on Cruz this year, who spent some time on the disabled list, but 11 home runs, Rick, and he was out for most of May, but he can still knock it out of the park, and he's on the 7-game hitting streak as well.
He is one of the premier right-handed power hitters, no doubt. The Rangers, Tebow was telling me that 8 hits they've gotten on first pitch so far in this series, 2 of them home runs. The Hamilton home run, he hit one last night as well. Off Sip for the 2-run homer after they lost that ball up in the sky.
Well, Nelson Cruz going good right now, and in his career 4 for 10 against Fausto with a couple of home runs. But he waves at that pitch, and Fausto Carmona has his first strikeout. Out number 1 here in the second inning for Texas. And let's check in with Katie Witham for the first time tonight. And Katie, Fausto has struggled recently, losing his last 3 starts. What do you have for us?
Well, guys, I spoke with Indians pitching coach Tim Belcher, and it's not for lack of effort. In his opinion, he told me Carmona is the hardest worker in the club this year. But when things get rocky, it's all mental for him. He's trying to learn how to press in a way that makes him better, throw more strikes. The key tonight, though, is for him to put 2 consecutive innings together, and that means being consistent in the zone and getting into a rhythm with his sinker early. Guys.
Good stuff, Katie, and good scouting report there.
Well, maybe that's one reason why Marson is behind the plate. I don't know. But, you just can't throw strikes to this team. It has to be quality strikes from the very first pitch, and they will make adjustments. We witnessed that last night where Masterson came out. He was firing strikes, and they were patient early. And then all of a sudden they came out and they started to get aggressive with him, and they were getting their share of base hits. So this is a lineup you have to change, and it's strong 1 through 9. Pretty good pitch there.
Mitch Moreland, the batter, 2-0. Mitch Moreland, another guy who's been hitting the ball very well of late on this road trip. This is Texas's 6th game of the 7-game trip. He's hitting .438. He's your 7-hitter.
Well, you see, that's why when you get Hamilton and Cruz back into that lineup, they make everybody else better because they lengthen that lineup out. If these guys didn't have those two where they went for a while, they're not going to score the runs, and they're easier to pitch to. But the Rangers in the month of June, when you look at them last year, they're 24-6 this year and last year. 21-6 last year in the month of June. They started this year off 3-0. I don't know what it is about the weather heating up. They play in the warm weather.
Well, they've definitely liked it here in Cleveland these last few games as Mitch Moreland swings and misses. Full count now with 1 out, 2nd inning, 2-0 Rangers. Infield shaded a little bit to the right as everybody pulled over just a touch for Moreland. Again, the payoff. And he pops that one, twisting towards the stands. Everett will give it a look, but it's out of play. Well, the Rangers, too, Rick, for all the power they have, the last couple of weeks especially, they make good contact. They don't go up there striking out a lot.
Well, no, you're going to have to make quality pitches to them. And you look at them, they have 67 home runs, and they're 2nd in the league, and you figure, wow, that's pretty good, 67 home runs. But you look at the Yankees, they have 83. And after our series here against Minnesota, we will go to New York for 4.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat, Moreland lines a single just in front of Brantley for the base hit. So a good at-bat for Mitch Moreland, and he's aboard with 1 out here in the 2nd inning.
You see, and this is what they do. They go the other way. They don't give in. They get power, but they look like they try and put the ball in play with 2 strikes and, give up. Trying to hit for power. That one gets right in front of Michael for a single. 3rd hit so far tonight.
So Moreland at first base for your Torrealba. First pitch swing is a foul ball. He's hitless in his last 11 at-bats.
I want to send out a birthday wish to William Briggs from Boardman, Ohio, who is turning 100 today. William, a very happy birthday to you.
Happy
Relative
birthday
of
indeed.
our own Jason Stamford,
Yes,
isn't he?
The 0-1 on the ground. Everett ranging over, throws to second for 1, on to first. Nice scoop by Santana, and the Tribe turns the double play. Rangers finished here in the top of the 2nd. They still lead it 2-0. Head to the bottom half of the second inning. Texas with a 2-0 lead on a Josh Hamilton 2-run home run that's been measured at 445 feet back in the first inning. It'll be hitters 4, 5, and 6 for the Tribe against Derek Holland. Threw just 8 pitches in the first inning, and Santana fouls the first one away. So it looks like the Tribe game plan early, Rick. If they see a strike on that first pitch, don't hesitate to swing.
Well, you would think he's going to be a first ball fastball pitcher after not, never facing him before. He's only faced 2 hitters, actually 3. Buck had 1 at bat against him. Orlando Cabrera and Hanahan. Hanahan's not playing, so he's going through this lineup for the first time.
And Santana hits that one to left field for a base hit. The Tribe's first tonight, and it comes on an 0-2 count. So the leadoff man aboard for the Indians in the second.
0-2 count, and it was a breaking ball. Santana, nicely done. He leaves it up. He didn't get it in. They wanted that breaking ball in off the plate. He didn't get it there, but Santana finds the hole between short and third.
With that hit now, Santana has a hit in 7 of his last 9 games, as he's been hitting the ball very well in this past week and a half. So now Grady Sizemore in the 5-hole, playing in center field tonight. He was the DH last night. He takes strike 1 from Derek Holland, 95 miles per hour on the fastball. And that's about where we'll see Holland sit with that number 1 pitch. He's also got a slider and change, and we'll try to work all 3 pitches in. He gets ahead of Sizemore, 0-2 here as well.
Well, that's something that he's trying to do. He's only thrown 13 pitches, but 11 have been strikes. I mean, for Holland, that's a good deal. Coming in, he had 27 walks in his 65 innings.
Yeah, he averages 3.72 walks per game, per 9 innings. And a little bit over 17 pitches per inning, so he's been very efficient here early. So much talk around the game of who has the advantage when a pitcher hasn't seen the hitters and vice versa. Do you have an opinion, Rick, or does it just matter on the night?
I think the pitchers have the advantage. I mean, as a hitter, you go up and you look for the baseball. They tell you, hey, he's got a fastball, slider, changeup. Until you pick up his arm slot or anything like that first time up, you really don't know. You're just listening to it.
Sizemore with 2 strikes gets a base hit to center. Santana will hold at second, and the Indians with the first 2 batters aboard here in the second inning for Shelley Duncan.
Well, the second straight hit coming with 2 strikes on the hitter. And Grady going right back up the middle. So they will start off the second inning, back-to-back singles. That's a good deal. Just the 4th hit for Grady off a left-hander this year.
So the Tribe trying to start a rally here in the second, as Duncan will come to the plate, and he has tortured left-handed pitching this year, hitting .342 against lefties. The homer and 9 runs batted in. Against righties, hitting just .156. Ball 1 to Shelley Duncan.
Indians looking for that first hit to maybe loosen them up a little bit with a runner in scoring position. You can see what Duncan has done this year, but the Indians over their last 13 in this series. So they get that first one, take a little pressure off everybody else and let them relax.
Duncan fouls that one away. Indians this season, most of this season, were batting over .300 with runners in scoring position. Now it's down to .297. Still second best in the majors behind St. Louis, who's hitting .301. But
if you keep it up around 300, you're going to be successful during the course of the year as a team. That's hard to do. They were, unconscious there for a while where they were hitting up at 320. Eventually, it's got to go down, but a couple of hits will loosen them up.
A swing and a miss there by Shelley. So now 1-2. The first 3 batters now have had 2 strikes on them. Santana and Sizemore have gotten singles. Duncan hits that one on a line right to Kinsler. Quick flip to second, and they get Carlos Santana there. So Shelly Duncan hits the ball hard, but he lines into a double play.
Well, that's a good play defensively by Texas. You have to freeze on a line drive. You see Santana made one mistake. Both runners actually, took that second step off the bag. And on the line drive on the infield, it's tough to get back, and he gets doubled up. And it's almost like a reaction when you're out there. It's so tough when you tell a guy, unless he's not going to take a secondary lead on a play like that. Very difficult because it's just natural instincts to go to the next base. And that's all he did. He took that one little hop, and that was enough to cost him. Very difficult to do.
So now 2 outs with Sizemore at first for Austin Kearns. Getting the start tonight in right field with Shin-Soo Choo. Just getting an off day. Well, the encouraging thing is, Rick, so far, with nearly the first time through the order, the Indians have hit the ball fairly well against Holland. They've made some outs, but they've hit some line drives.
That's right. First time through, something to build on.
And Kearns with the line drive, but a leaping catch by Elvis Andrus. So the Tribe smokes the ball a couple of times here in the second inning, but nothing to show for it. We go to the third, 2-0 Texas. To see what our Miller Taste Greatness moments will be. And for the Rangers here in the third inning, David Murphy, the number 9 hitter, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Kinsler and Andrus.
This will be his first play in the series. And he's in there because Washington, he's 5 for 7 against Carmona in his career. Gives Endy Chavez a day off and then inserts this guy. Left-handers for the Rangers in the series, 17 for 28. Comes out to an over 600 batting average.
Wow.
So they have done a lot of damage.
It's 1-1 here to David Murphy. And he hits that one on the ground toward first. Santana will glove it and get to the bag. Did he get there? No, he did not.
Carmona got in his way.
So Murphy is safe.
Carmona just got in his way. He should have let the first baseman get it. He kept running down the line. He saw the ball there, but Santana was going to grab it and step on the base, and he blocked him out. And it could be a moving screen right here. If if his first toe, let's see if he hits the bag. If that gets a bag, he's out. Then Carmona knocks him over. He's calling it safe. The umpire was there. Hard to see if that toe gets the bag. He says he does not, and he said he missed it. And he's right on the play, so it's hard to argue with him. He is right there. He's saying he missed the bag, but Carmona got in his way. So I don't know if they'll go as an error or a single. Base hit. That'll go as a base hit for Murphy. When you're hot, you're hot.
Manny Actu was out to discuss it with first base umpire Tim Timmons. Did appear on the replay that he hit the bag, Rick, but you're right. He probably got screened and couldn't tell.
Well, he was right there. I will say that. Tim Timmons was right on the play. He had a much better look than our cameras showing. It looked like his foot hit the bag, but he might have missed it by an inch or two. It's hard to tell.
So either way, Murphy's aboard with the infield single. 4th hit of the night for the Rangers. And we go back to the top of the order, and Ian Kinsler lined out to the gap in left center field his first time up to Grady Sizemore. Kinsler trying to break out of a slump. He's now 0 for his last 12. David Murphy at first base. He's stolen 4 in 8 attempts thus far this year.
Well, the Rangers do lead the league in that department. 60 stolen bases. They've been caught 14 times.
Foul ball makes it strike 2 to Ian Kinsler.
Kinsler, a guy that doesn't have a hit in the series, but has walked 3 times. And every time he's walked in the series, he has scored. This is a guy you don't want to get him going, because after him comes Andrus, who's had a good series, and then you get into the big part of the lineup.
And strike 3 call. A good pitch by Fausto Carmona. He'll pick up his second strikeout tonight, and 1 out here in the 3rd inning for Texas. And Katie with them, having fun in the crowd tonight. A big one here tonight at Progressive Field.
Yeah, beautiful crowd on hand. I'm hanging out with the Ohio Bombers baseball team, and one great promo you got to check out: unlimited all-you-can-eat seats. $32 gets you unlimited hot dogs, nachos, peanuts, popcorn, and Pepsi products. Check out Indians.com. Get your all-you-can-eat seats and get on out here and enjoy the game with us, guys.
All right, Katie, great deal there. Here's Elvis Andrus, singled and scored on the Josh Hamilton home run in the 1st inning. Game 3 of this 4-game series here tonight. Indians and Rangers. Texas won the first 2. Texas trying to win another series as they have been rolling of late. Since Hamilton and Cruz have come off the disabled list on May 23rd, they are 8-3. First inning score in Chicago. White Sox trailing the Tigers 2-0. Ball 2 to Andrews. Tigers began tonight 4.5 behind the Tribe in the American League Central. White Sox beat Detroit last night. Also in the AL Central, 2nd inning in Kansas City, Minnesota and the Royals scoreless. Andrews hits that one hard to center. Sizemore going back. He'll have room and make the catch for the 2nd out. And let's take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. 3 players have hit 25-plus home runs in a season with the Indians and the Rangers. Name them. All right, good question. We'll have the answer for you coming up later on the broadcast. Our AT&T trivia question. There's Josh Hamilton, who hit that 445-foot homer his first time up. He'll take ball one from Fausto. And Rick, when you watch Josh Hamilton bat, what makes him such an effective all-around hitter? I mean, he can hit for singles, he can hit for homers, he can really do it all.
He's so strong. Last night, the first time up, if you remember, he just slapped the ball. It was about 6 inches outside, down the third baseline for a double. And, I mean, that swing that he hit off Carmona, that first fastball up and in. Watch home run last night. Location up and in. Watch this. Gets the barrel head of the bat to the ball. Same spot, same swing. You don't leave it up there because he will hurt you. I mean, you make a mistake in there and it's a home run and you try and pitch him away and he takes the base hit. He's just a terrific hitter. And he's so big and strong.
And 3-0 as Fausto is staying away from him here.
Well, that one swing of the bat that he did the first time up will make a pitcher stay away from him. When he's locked in. I mean, and, you know, we saw it last night. Tonight, that's why they probably weren't playing very well without him. And their road record is what it was. But you get him back and you watch these guys going into the All-Star break. It's going to be tough to stay up with them if you're a Western Division team. They have 9 more games, including tonight, against the Central, you know, before they move on. And they're 12-6 against Central Division teams to this point. They've matched up very well against them.
Hamilton in a hitter's count. And he hits that one on the ground to first. So Carmona takes care of Hamilton here as Santana taps the bag. And the Rangers are done here in the third inning. They strand a runner. They still lead it, though, 2-0 over the Tribe. Here's one of our banners up. Surprise Team of the Year. There's some good creativity for STO. Appreciate the placard. Fans here enjoying the warm night. 86 degrees at first pitch. Tribe and Rangers heading to the bottom of the third. Indians looking for their first run. It'll be Marson, Everett, and Brantley. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 in manager Manny Acta's lineup.
Well, I will say this, though. They have 2 hits. They were back-to-back hits leading off the second inning. They have hit the ball on the nose the first time through.
1-1 here to Lou Marson, who gets the start tonight at catcher. Santana goes to first, so Laporta gets the night off. And Lou this year is batting .563 against left-handers. He's down on the count here, 1-2 to Derek Holland. Time called at the plate. Marson hits that one to third. Adrian Beltre makes the throw across. One out here in the third inning. All right, let's check in with our Kia minor league report here tonight and see who's been hot down on the farm. How about Cord Phelps? Last night in the 10-4 loss to Louisville, he was 1 for 4. But this season, set an outstanding start in the first 2 months of the year, covering 51 games, 305, 7 homers, 40 runs batted in. Phelps also playing quite a bit of shortstop and getting time at second, third, and DH as well. Cord Phelps having a good year at AAA Columbus. You can find out more about the minor leaguers on Minor League Magazine, debuting every Tuesday at 6. Of course, the draft coming up this Monday night as Adam Everett steps in. And we'll talk about that on Tuesday on Minor League Magazine. But, Rick, the Indians with the 8th pick, and no clear-cut number 1 this year. There's so many choices, unlike the last couple of years when the first pick was pretty clear. As Everett pops this one fouling into the seats. Barely.
They say that it's a draft loaded with a lot of talent, some good arms and some good ball players, so that's good.
Yeah, Brad Grant said there's a lot of power arms too in this draft, and of course the Indians have gotten some power arms the last couple. Alex White, Drew Pomeranz.
Right. Keep adding the arms. That's what the game is revolving around now, is pitching, getting back into that game of pitching and defense and playing little ball, I guess, which is fine. Yeah. Love to watch it.
As long as you can get the W's. Who cares how you get them? Just get them. And Everett down swinging. So Everett on 3 strikes is out. That's the first K of the night for Derek Holland. And there are 2 Indians down here in the 3rd inning.
Well, make your plans to be here at Progressive Field when the Tribe will take on the Minnesota Twins. And Monday and Tuesday games are 7 o'clock, and the Wednesday game will be a noon matinee. So create your memories now, starting at just $8. Get your tickets at Indians.com.
So now Michael Brantley, who led the game off for the Tribe, with a line out to third baseman Adrian Beltre back in the 1st inning. And again, Beltre, as he was in that 1st inning, is in on the infield grass for Brantley. This time he pulls one, and a diving stop by Moreland. The throw to the pitcher covering. Holland makes the catch in front of Brantley. And Brantley is retired on a nice play by Moreland. We've seen him do that all series. Make some nice plays defensively. 3rd inning over. Still 2-0 Texas. Fourth inning here at Progressive Field. Rangers lead the Indians 2-0 on a Josh Hamilton 1st inning homer. And we'll see Michael Young, Adrian Beltre, Nelson Cruz, middle third of the batting order for Texas as Young lines that one to right, and Austin Kearns had him played perfectly.
Yes.
Quickly one out in the fourth.
Boy, he sure did. Send out some more birthday wishes. Fran Sachs of Cleveland turning 95. Fran, happy birthday. Mary Lou Schad of Wadsworth turning 88. Thelma Whitehair of Sherritsville, Ohio is 87 today. Happy birthday to you all.
Now Adrian Beltre, who flew out his first time up. 1-1 now to Adrian Beltre, the Rangers' third baseman, hitting in the 5-hole. I beg your pardon, 0-2. And that one in the dirt. Check the swing in time, says first base umpire Tim Timmons. Carmona now 44 pitches tonight, 29 of those for strikes. And pitch outside. We have plenty of programming for you tonight here on STO. Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show right after, and then it's the OHSAA Softball Championships, Division II and Division I tonight after the game. So stick around for those. Beltre fouls that one off. Beltre grounds that one up the middle. Orlando Cabrera, tough play, throws on the run, got him at first base. Wow, that was awfully close, and here comes Ron Washington.
Well, Beltre, he can't get anything going his way in this at-bat. He had a strike or two called he thought was out of the zone. Then he hits the ball on the infield, thought he beat it out, and his manager was going to come out and argue for him, but Tim Timmons says no to siree. That throw from Cabrera beat him, and it was awfully close. Over the mound, it took a nice hop. On the run, you'll see him come over, and I don't know. He looks safe. Just from that angle. Let's look at it this way. Let's see. He's safe. He had a legitimate beef, I think. What'd you think?
I would agree. The Indians had a call go against him.
Well, he's smiling about it in the dugout, but
it goes for him, so there you go. So Nelson Cruz here with 2 outs and nobody on. This is how you want to face Nelson Cruz. Nobody on base.
This is how you like to face them all, really.
But Texas with their 2-out offense in this series coming into tonight. 30 at-bats, 14 hits, and they've scored 9 runs. While the Indians have had 19 at-bats with 2 outs, just 1 hit, no runs.
Well,
swing and a miss there on the 2-0 pitch.
Well, he comes back a 2-0 pitch, and how often do you see Carmona throw a slider? But he threw a good one there, and he got a swing and a miss.
Cruz a strikeout victim his first time up back in the second inning. Got a piece of that one. 2-2 now. And the Saturday night crowd here in downtown Cleveland getting behind Fausto. A swing and a broken bat right back to Carmona. Makes the play and the underhanded toss to first. And the Rangers go 3 up, 3 down here in the 4th inning. Still 2-0 Texas. Tribe trailing the Rangers 2-0. It'll be Orlando Cabrera, Asdrubal Cabrera, and Carlos Santana as you look in from our Panini cam high atop the ballpark in right field. Against left-hander Derek Holland. The 24-year-old has been efficient tonight. 3 pitches or less to 6 batters, and overall, listen to his pitch counts: 8, 12, 10, and 7. That's 8, 12, and 10. 7 first pitch strikes.
Yeah, well, and normally you said he throws about 17 pitches per.
That's
so
his average.
He's way ahead of par right now.
He said he's been working on throwing strikes, and so far tonight, that's exactly what he's been doing.
You know, anytime you're a young pitcher, you're going to get an opportunity. Pitching coaches harp on it. You know, try and throw strikes, and then it becomes quality strikes. But it takes a while for kids to believe that and go out there and put it into play and become successful doing it.
Cabrera lifts that one high in the air to shallow left. Murphy coming in. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Let's go back to our SDO studios for the first time tonight. Get an update on the Tigers and White Sox with Dave Chudowski. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Al, thanks. Yeah, this is one we have to keep our eye on. Brennan Bosch, gotta love that swing right there, and that is gone. A 2-run homer off Edwin Jackson. That was in the 1st inning. Right now in the 3rd, it's 2-0 Detroit. Back to you.
All right, Dave. So the Tigers out to that early lead against the former Tiger, Edwin Jackson. Brennan Bosch, boy, hit that one pretty well.
Yes,
yeah.
He can. He's got good power.
Asdrubal Cabrera trying to lay one down here. Well, another time that you see Asdrubal in the 3-hole, Rick, and with the way he's hitting the baseball, why not put him in the 3-hole?
Well, especially with a left-hander out there, because I think Manny feels that Orlando can hit in the number 2 hole against a left-hander. He can't do it against a right-hander. But he's your best hitter, so I could see him hitting every day in the number 3 hole, really.
Fouls that one away.
Chu has been there, and Chu hasn't been the same person all year. You know that we're used to seeing him as, but you know you gotta look at the rest of the lineup. He's looking for a guy with Hafner out, and probably will be 2 weeks before he comes back to drive in runs. So he's got Grady down, and you know it's a constant battle.
Cabrera grounds that one to 3rd. Beltre throws him out for out number 2 here in the 4th. Don't forget to visit STOHD.com now and check out one of our preferred partners, Garfield 12323. They've served Northeast Ohio for over 75 years with award-winning siding, windows, and roofing. For a free estimate, visit STOHD.com and click on the Garfield 12323 banner. These folks have been around for quite a long time and do quality work. So here's Carlos Santana. He singled his first time up, takes strike 1 there, and then was retired on a line out after Shelley Duncan lined out to Kinsler. Santana was doubled off second base.
Normally, this is where people usually get Derek Holland, is with 2 outs. Coming into today, he was giving up a .356 average with 2 outs and 3 homers. He hasn't given up anything yet today.
He's thrown just 30 pitches thus far with 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
Well, being very efficient, and you're going to continue to throw him when you're getting outs like that.
I beg your, let me clarify, 30 strikes out of 39. Two and two now to Santana, who's discussing this with Eric Cooper.
He said the same thing. Beltre felt the same way. The ball was down on 2 pitches. So now you get both hitters. But he is being consistent, calling it both ways. Let's take a look. He says it's down in the zone. You know what? It might be a little bit down, but he did the same thing to Adrian Beltre, who stepped out.
Santana bloops that one to right center. Hamilton going over, though, as that one carried quite a bit as it came off the end of the bat. But Hamilton runs it down. Indians retire. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. We go to the 5th. Still 2-0 Texas. Time Ohio is brought to you tonight by United, proud to fly the Cleveland Indians. By your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, it's time to join the Hyundai movement. And by Panini's, get overstuffed at any one of the 18 locations in Northeast Ohio. We go to the 5th. On a warm night in downtown Cleveland, Moreland, Torrealba, and Murphy. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 scheduled for Texas against Fausto Carmona, who since he gave up the 2-run homer to Hamilton has retired 10 of the last 12 Rangers.
Well, that was a wake-up call. He jumped him early on a fastball that he made a mistake. Hamilton pounded, and just a couple of singles since that point, so it's a good thing.
Mitch Moreland singled his first time up. You just saw what he did in this series, has done in this series thus far, 5 of 9. He hits that one towards first, and it's a foul ball. So Carmona gets ahead of Moreland 0-2 here. Mitch Moreland now on this Texas road trip, 8 of 17, including tonight. He's covered 6 games. Texas was in Tampa before here. And now in Cleveland for this 4-game set. They'll return home after Sunday. Indians, of course, will stay right here and play Minnesota Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Grounder to first. Santana will make the play on his own. 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Now you look at the Tribe turning a couple double plays. It's going 5-4-3, and then there's a line drive. Both these infielders, both teams have been playing very well. A nice play by Moreland there to flip and get Michael Brantley. Cabrera makes a bang-bang play, goes the Indians' way there, so the infielders have been very busy to this point in the ball game.
And Carmona has retired 11 of the last 13, so he's got that sinker working now. And a swing and a miss for your Veet Torrealba, who went into a double play back in the 2nd inning. In the scoreboard update here, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Ford dealers and the all-new 2012 Ford Focus. Ford, drive one. 1-1 here to Torrealba. And he hits that one hard to center field. Sizemore going back, and he'll watch this one bounce off the wall. Torrealba on his way to second base, and he's in with the stand-up double here with 1 out in the 5th inning.
Well, there's a mistake, and Torrealba jumped right on it. It's a slider. He's going to leave that one middle. And you see the hanging breaking balls, that stayed middle of the plate over the head of Sizemore in center field. So the first double for the Rangers tonight. And they took advantage of a mistake there.
And Torrealba snaps an 0 for 12 skid with that double. So here's David Murphy, who singled his first time up. Infield single.
Yeah, that's one where Fausto got in the way of Santana over at first base. That dribbler down the first baseline.
Makes Murphy now 6 for 8 in his career against Carmona. Ground ball to the right side. Orlando Cabrera will throw out Murphy. Torrealba moves to third base, but now there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. So we go back to the top of the order, and Ian Kinsler, who's 0 for 2 tonight, hit it hard to the gap the first time up. Sizemore ran it down for the out and then struck out in the 3rd. Good pitch by Carmona. He's going well, Rick. That's where he likes to be, right around the knees.
Well, and this is a good umpire for him. He's calling the low pitch tonight, so use that sinker and use it well. Carmona, one of the best at getting ground ball outs in the league. Like that.
Hard grounded to third. Adam Everett makes the play, and the Rangers retired here in the 5th inning. They strand a runner at third. We'll go to the bottom half. Rangers still blanking the Tribe 2-0. Two 2-0 to the Texas Rangers as you get a look at the Indians dugout. They have a couple of hits tonight, and Grady Sizemore has one of those. He's leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Sizemore, Duncan, and Kearns. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 on a warm night here tonight in downtown Cleveland. And Derek Holland pitching very well for Texas, the Newark, Ohio native. Throws just his 43rd pitch of the night.
And he has been pounding the strike zone tonight. I will say that for him. First pitch strikes, pitching ahead in the count. And, you know, it seems like he wants to work quickly as well.
And he's ahead of Sizemore now, 0-2.
He's had a number of 0-2, 1-2 counts, 9 of them to be exact. Teflon Tom filled me in on that.
He knew you were going to want that before you even looked back at him. He already had his fingers up.
He knows.
Now 1-2 to Sizemore. Playing in center field tonight. So good to see Grady back in the lineup. He swings and misses there for the strikeout. Second one tonight for Derek Holland. In the first out for the Indians here in the 5th inning. Let's take a look at the recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Josh Hamilton, a home run to the mezzanine in the first inning. That's been the only scoring. It was a 2-run blast. Other than that, the story's been Derek Holland, who's been very good tonight. Find out more about 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com.
Yeah, it's been one mistake, and that's it. Fausto Carmona left the fastball up, and that's the difference in the ball game.
Here's Shelley Duncan with one out in the 5th. He fouls that one back. Shelley lined out to second, which turned into a double play back in the 2nd inning. He had 2 strikes on him, made great contact, but right at Kinsler. One and one now to Shelley Duncan, the designated hitter tonight. Indians and Rangers will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. Mitch Talbot against C.J. Wilson. as Duncan hits that one to right field, but it's right at the outfielder Nelson Cruz. Quickly 2 outs here in the 5th inning. So that'll bring Austin Kearns to the plate, who lined out his only time up, to Elvis Andrus back in the 2nd inning.
Let's finish up our birthdays because this game is moving quickly. Ben Schwab of New Batavia is 32. Andrew Brooks of Bowling Green is 23. And Stan Sobel, who is a season ticket holder, happy birthday to everyone.
Strike one to Austin Kearns as Holland just continues to pound that strike zone. Holland is not wasting any time tonight, is he?
No, he is not. I've seen him pitch before and watched him on TV. He has never worked this quickly. And to tell you the truth, I don't remember him throwing this many strikes.
And he sets Kearns down on 3 straight. Second strikeout of the inning, 3rd overall for Holland. 5 innings in the books, 2-0 Texas. Your Wahoo Bucks $5 discount coupons for the Subway Extreme Fan Zone. It's the place to be for a chance to win Subway gift cards, Indians fun money, and you'll get great discounts on your next Subway purchase. Subway, where winners eat. 6th inning here at Progressive Field, and the Tribe trailing the Rangers 2-0 as the Texas Rangers will send Andrus, Hamilton, and Young to the plate. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Ranger lineup tonight. Andrus 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. He scored on the Josh Hamilton home run in the 1st inning, which thus far has been the only scoring tonight, a 2-run shot. And first pitch swinging here, an easy fly to left. Michael Brantley, 1 out. Time now for the answer to our AT&T trivia question. 3 players have hit 25-plus home runs in a season with the Indians and the Rangers. Name them.
I can think of Toby Herrick comes to mind.
Buddy Bell?
Buddy.
Oh,
no,
I was wrong.
Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
And Bobby, of course.
The question
I played
tonight.
with 2 of them. I should have known.
Yep. So that's the answer. And AT&T trivia question tonight. Here's Josh Hamilton. 1 for 2 with that homer back in the 1st inning. He bats with 1 out and nobody on here in the 6th. 2-0 here to Hamilton. Hits that one on the ground to first. Foul ball just outside the bag. Rick Rick, it seems some hitters just love certain ballparks. I think that is especially true with Josh Hamilton in Progressive Field. Is there something to that sometimes? Is it the other team you're playing, or is it just, there's a comfort level at certain places?
That could be it. You may love the hitting background in certain ballparks. You just may, for whatever reason, you may hit a pitching staff well. It's hard to say.
There goes the bat.
Look at it. The bat's almost a home run. That's a ground rule double. So even there, you can foul the bat off. Look at that. That's bat speed. I mean, that may be one of the longest bat throws I've ever seen. I've seen Kelly Shopik. One of the longest I've ever seen was Cliff Johnson. He used to do it when we played together, but that one is right there.
It's a heck of a hammer throw.
Yes, it is. Well, he said, you take the dark bat. I'm going to go with the light one.
We'll see if it makes a difference. 2-2 the count to Hamilton. And now the count runs full. Here's the payoff pitch. That's on the ground to first. Santana with a nice short hop play. Takes it himself. 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
Well, you don't want to miss the Indians Music Festival presented by Discount Drug Mart. It's starring Brad Paisley, Blake Shelton, Jared Neiman. That's going to be next Saturday right here at Progressive Field. And now, for a limited time, get $30 seats for only $20. 216-420-HITS or visit Indians.com for the tickets. Next week, it's here already.
Yeah, only a week away. Want to check that out. The Indians in New York next weekend. Here's Michael Young. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Lined out, though, to right field his last time up. Two for 12 now in this series. Quickly 0-2 to Michael Young. Carmona trying to retire the Rangers in order for the second time tonight if he can get Michael Young here. This will be his 73rd pitch of the evening. Young hits that one on a line, and Orlando Cabrera, a little leap, makes the catch. And the Rangers do indeed go in order here in the 6th inning. We'll go to the bottom half. Still 2-0 Texas. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 for the Indians as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Some of the fans fanning themselves here as it is indeed a warm night at Progressive Field. 86 degrees at first pitch. 2-0 Rangers have the lead here. And Lou Marson will lead it off. And he hits the first pitch to center field, but Josh Hamilton is right there for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring Adam Everett to the plate. Rick, I understand that your son is making his national TV debut on Monday night.
He is. That he is on Fox.
Kyle Manning on the Gordon Ramsay Master Chef show.
Yeah.
And he's Cleveland's only hope.
Yes, he is. I think so. That'll be Monday. What time does it start out? Well, you're into those restaurants and the cooking shows.
Sure.
You know them.
I think it's at 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Kyle. Right. That's Gary. He knows.
So congrats to Kyle, Rick Manning's son. So go for the Master Chef.
He's going to be on Fox in the morning at 8 o'clock, too, on Monday.
Okay.
I'm going to do up some food for you.
There, that sounds good. Following in Dad's footsteps in TV?
No. Maybe following my footsteps getting on TV, but not for cooking.
Well, congrats to Kyle.
Wonder if he's listening. He better text you if he is.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we will. We'll find out, won't we?
2-1 here to Adam Everett. And now 3-1 to the Indians' third baseman tonight.
This is his first 3-ball count of the night, Al. That's how good he has been.
And ball 4, so his first walk as well. And you can win a new recliner from Wayside Furniture just in time for Father's Day. There's 2 ways to enter. Stop by Wayside Furniture in Akron or enter online at stohd.com. Register now to win a recliner from Wayside Furniture, where you'll find better furniture priced lower. Check it out at stohd.com. So a runner aboard here for Michael Brantley. That's the first base runner the Indians have had since the 2nd inning.
Right. I was going to say he retired, 12 in a row or something? Let me look at it. Yeah. He got the double play ball after the back-to-back singles. Back in the 2nd, and then he has been lights out. That ball, he's upstairs. Now, this is, we mentioned a low ball umpire. He threw one pitch that was right about belled high that was not called a strike, so you have to keep it down. There.
And quickly, it's 0-2 to Michael Brantley. Well, Derek Holland coming into tonight's game was averaging just over 17 pitches per inning. Tonight, in the 5 innings he's completed, he hasn't thrown more than 12 in any one inning.
That's being on target. But, I mean, he's thrown quality strikes. The Indians have been aggressive. They've been swinging the bat. They've hit the ball on the nose. They've hit it, right at a few people. I mean, sometimes that's how it goes. But it's only a 2-run ball game, so they're close. He can make a mistake here. That's the only mistake Fausto made was in that first inning.
Here's the 1-2, but first a throw to first base. Holland with a decent pickoff move. But obviously not his best just to get back, but he's got a pretty good one. Now 2-2 to Brantley.
We see this a lot from Michael where, he may be down in the count, but he works his way back into it or he finds a way to get a base hit. When he's down 2 strikes, he's one of the best we have.
Crowd comes to life.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need a base hit here in 1st and 3rd to get him into it.
Brantley hits that one into right field. Lou Marson will hit second base. He's going to stay right there. But that'll put runners at 1st and 2nd now with 1 out as Michael Brantley gets the 3rd Indians hit of the night.
I wish he could have got to 3rd base. That would have made a big difference there. There you see it's a breaking ball, and there's another 2-strike hit. All 3 hits have been with 2 strikes tonight, believe it or not. And there Everett has to let that ball go in front of him. I would have loved to see him put that head down and go to 3rd base, but you have to make sure. You can't make it out there. You're down 2 runs. He's got to be 100% sure. You know, if it was a different score, if the Indians are up by 2, he puts his head down and goes. So now the first, second time I should say that they've had 2 guys on base.
Now, first time was back in the second inning, 2 on, nobody out. Then Duncan lined out into a double play. But an opportunity here for Orlando Cabrera. And Orlando hitting .278 with runners in scoring position this year. He hits that one to right field, and that'll make it foul. So it goes into the stand, strike 1 here. Orlando moved up to the 2-hole tonight, and Rick, against lefties this year, he came in hitting .327.
Yeah, well, that's why Manny's not afraid to put him in the number 2 hole against left-handed pitching. Right-handers, totally different story. But a good situation right here. The Indians could use one more base hit and get on the board.
And he hits that one to right. Should be an easy play for Cruz. He'll make the catch. The runners will hold. 2 outs now in the 6th inning. That'll bring the Indians' hottest hitter right now to the plate in Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but he had 3 hits last night, including the home run in the 9th inning. And Asdrubal this year, the best for the Tribe with runners in scoring position, hitting .449. And strike 1 to Asdrubal. Two outs, 2 on for the Tribe here in the 6th inning. And pitch a little bit low. Indians 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position. 0 for their last 15, Rick.
Well, no better time than right now to get their first one. They get one, and it could, take a lot of pressure off. But again, this is the right man in the right spot.
It's that one to third. Beltre, tough hop. Everybody's safe. So that'll load the bases now with 2 outs here in the 6th inning for Carlos Santana.
They're going to catch a break there on the error by Beltre. That ball had some spin to it. You see, he's got to break back. He wanted to come in and then had to hold his ground. And with the spin coming up, looked like it caught him on the heel of the glove. And he just doesn't field it cleanly. It goes as an error. They get the extra out. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Now, Texas, their 45th error on the year. They are the worst fielding percentage in the league. So 45 errors, that gives the opportunity for Santana to get him right back into this game.
And Carlos tonight 1 for 2 with a single. And he has a hit in 7 of his last 9 games now as he's coming out of it. And what a great time to deliver for Carlos if he can come through here.
Well, in this inning, all up to them. He walked, a 1-out walk, and then Brantley got a 2-strike base hit, then the error. So it's set up for him. They're going to get the extra out in the inning. Let's hope Carlos Santana can take advantage of it.
Hitting just .182 with runners in scoring position this year. As the crowd gets behind Carlos Santana. He'll take ball 1 from Derek Holland. Bases loaded with 2 outs here in the 6th. Tribe down 2-0. And a 1-0 count to Santana. A high strike to make it 1-1.
That's one of the first ones today. That is one. let's check it out. You know what? That's not a strike today. That's the first one that's been up that way. He's called a strike. All right, it's not your third one. There it is. That's a strike.
Good pitch on the inside corner at the knees.
That was a good pitch. Now you got to refocus if you're Carlos Santana. This one was a good strike. Quality strike inside corner.
So now Santana down in the count. That went in tight. Almost got him.
Well, he really tried to hump up on that one. He hasn't thrown many pitches like that. You know, he's been free and easy. Now you get guys on base. He gets in a situation, tries to overthrow it a little bit, and that one got away from him.
Bases loaded. 2 outs. 2-2 count to Santana. And he stays alive as he just gets a piece of that one. This crowd getting into it here. They would love for Carlos to get the Tribe on the board right now. And now Torrealba will go and talk to Derek Holland. Well, you said, Rick, first time that he's really been in trouble tonight and a little bit tighter.
Well, he is. I mean, because now you need this out. He's digging deep because he knows it's a 2-run ball game, tying runs on the base. You know, he's just trying to keep his composure. And what Torrealba wants to do right now is slow everything down. Go out and say, okay, this is it. We've got a pitch to work with here. You'd like to get him on the 2-2 pitch, but if not.
There's the line on Holland. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside and low. Full count to Carlos Santana. So now everybody gets a head start. And now Progressive Field comes to its feet. Bases loaded. 2 outs and a full count to the Indians cleanup hitter. Swinging a grounder to third. Beltry makes the play, and the Rangers get out of the inning. So the Indians leave them loaded. We'll head to the 7th. Still 2-0 Texas.
KeyBank Kids Fun Day going on. Brand new pregame activities out on the Gateway Plaza. Also, stay to move it around the bases, sponsored by the Cleveland Clinic. If you don't have your tickets yet, go online to Indians.com. Check out the KeyBank Grand Slam 4-pack. It's got everything you need for tickets, food, 4 Indians caps, and parking. Get on out here and enjoy the day with us. Right, guys?
You got it, Katie. Rick said he'll be there.
I'll be here bright and early, man. It opens at 10:30, so.
There you go. Get there early, so you're first in line and all set.
Yeah, I've got to get there. I've got to run through all the games before I can get up here and do my scorecard.
There you go. Beltry, Cruz, and Moreland for Texas in the 7th inning. Beltry 0 for 2. Made the error in the last inning, but then with the bases loaded and 2 outs, got the grounder and made the play. And baseball seems that type of game where that always happens, a chance at redemption.
Well, it was, and he was ready for it. Gave him the extra out. They were able to get through it. But Fausto has to keep it right here. He's been very good himself. I mean, we're talking about how Derek Holland has been throwing strikes. Carmona's been outstanding. 77 pitches, 50 strikes. One little mistake in the first inning, and sometimes that's all it takes. But there's still a long way to go in this one. 7th inning.
And a swing and a miss. And Fausto has retired 16 of the last 19 batters he's faced. He's had pretty good control tonight, pretty good command as well. Hasn't walked a batter. And a 2-2 count here to Adrian Beltry. And he'll go full to him. Rangers with 2 runs on 5 hits. They've committed 1 error. Indians no runs on 3 hits. They've played errorless ball. That pitch is
be ball 4,
yeah,
wouldn't
inside.
it? Or did he foul it off? That's either
got
ball 4.
Yeah, there he goes. Say, wait a minute.
Well, he's staying right there. I was going to say, Marson, if it wasn't a foul ball, then it's ball 4.
That's the first walk of the night for Carmona, and Beltry just stood there. A little laugh as he says, oh, yeah, I lost count.
Well, sometimes they do. I mean, you know, you can lose count as a hitter. I think it's 2-2 instead of 3-2.
So Marson will go out to the mound and talk to Fausto Carmona. Rangers up 2-0 here in the 7th inning.
There it is, right off the glove. Looked like he thought someone was on first base, too, and he's saying, hold on, don't go anywhere.
He's still got that sheepish grin.
Well, he's had that all night long.
Nelson Cruz, a swing and a miss. Nelson Cruz tonight 0 for 2, struck out in the 2nd inning, grounded out to Carmona in the 4th. A swing and a miss as Beltry bluffed at first base, but held.
Well, you don't worry about Beltray. He's not a base stealer.
Oh, 0-2 the count to Nelson Cruz here in the 7th inning as Carmona tries to keep Texas at the 2 runs that they have, and they got those back in the 1st inning on a Josh Hamilton 2-run homer. Since then, Carmona and Holland have matched one another pitch for pitch. Ground ball foul there. Rick, you talk about Fausto's keys, and a lot of times his plant foot will come down in different spots. What's the biggest key for him to have that command in the strike zone and be effective like he has been here in the last 5 innings?
I think staying composed, not overthrowing. You know, Fausto sometimes has a tendency where he's a max guy where he tries to really unwind everything. There's been a few times he's been in good control tonight. He's not overthrowing, and he's hitting his spots nicely. Changing speeds. He's got a good changeup tonight, and his slider's been very good as well. And we mentioned it from the outset. This is the first time that Marson has caught Carmona. Now, whether that makes a difference, I don't know. It seems like to me Fausto's working a little bit quicker than he normally does. I could be wrong.
Cruz hits that one foul just outside the bag at third. You know, we've seen it. Some pitchers are very particular about a certain catcher. Others don't seem to mind it as much. Who's catching him?
Well, it shouldn't bother you. You're going to pitch your game. You're going to go out there and throw the way, you know, you're capable of throwing. And the catcher's job is to work you through it, through a lineup. And this is a good offensive lineup and pitch to the hitters. Uh-oh.
Cruz hits that one high and deep to left field. Brantley taking a look, but this one is way out of here. More than halfway up the bleachers, a 2-run homer for Nelson Cruz. And the Rangers make it 4-0 now over the Tribe.
Well, and there was a mistake again, a hanging breaking ball, slider. And the two guys that we highlighted in the open have done the damage, and they have hit 2 home runs a long, long way. I mean, Fausto's going to realize this. He wants that back as soon as he lets it go. He knew it. He doesn't even have to look. And that, I mean, he had 5 swings and misses on Cruz tonight prior to that, but he left one middle of the plate, and again, he's going to pay.
So Cruz now with a home run for his second straight night, 12th home run on the season. RBIs 28 and 29. And Texas has a 4-0 lead here with Mitch Moreland at the plate. Still nobody out in the 7th inning. You know, this was the big inning last night for Texas. They got 5 runs in the 7th, 3 in the 8th to turn a 2-1 game into a rout.
You know, they're taking a page out of the Indians book where they score late in the ball games. And they're turning the tables on them at their home ballpark. What have the Indians lost 4 in a row here in this park?
That'll run by Cruz 440 feet to left. Hamilton's was 445 to right.
Those are cab rides away from home plate.
Now Moreland up the middle, and a diving stop by Asdrubal Cabrera gets up and throws him out. What a play by the Indian shortstop.
This ball went between the legs of Carmona, and Asdrubal flags it down. That is a terrific play. Gets up to his feet and throws out Moreland. This is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. Watch, between the legs. It bounces off the mound. Cabrera comes out of nowhere. Holy smokes. And then throws him out at first base. What a great play by Asdrubal Cabrera. Nicely done.
No question, playing like an all-star this season. So here's Yorvit Torrealba with 1 out. Nobody on in the 7th inning. Hit into a double play in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th. That double back in the 5th inning, snapped an 0 for 12 skid. And it's 2-0 here to Yorvit Torrealba, the Rangers catcher. By watching Cabrera day in and day out, you just appreciate how good he is. And his hitting has gotten so much better, too. It's both sides. The defense and the hitting have improved.
He's doing it at one of the toughest positions on the field. He's been a treat to watch.
(3-0) here, though, to Torrealba. Texas already with 2 runs home here in the 7th on the Nelson Cruz 2-run home run. And there's a strike. And there's a base hit to right field. So Torrealba with his 2nd hit of the evening, 7th hit tonight for the Rangers, and they have a runner aboard with 1 out now here in the 7th inning. And Rafael Perez loosening in the Indians bullpen. Fausto Carmona now at 94 pitches. And Carlos Santana gave him a quick visit. Now the catcher Lou Marson comes out, and so does manager Manny Acta.
Yeah, that's going to do it. He made the call, and you know, that one hanging breaking ball maybe got a little He really did throw the ball well tonight. 2 little mistakes, and that's done all the damage for the Texas Rangers.
There's the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world. As Fausto gets a round of applause as he comes out, Rafael Perez coming in. More on him after this. New pitcher, and don't forget to sign up for the July 11th Red Cross Cup supporting the American Red Cross of Greater Cleveland. You'll play golf at historic Canterbury Golf Club for a great cause, and all funds raised will remain in the Greater Cleveland area. So sign up now at redcrosscup.org. And the Indians going to the bullpen for the first time tonight. Lefty Rafael Perez.
Well, looking at the numbers, you can see Perez for the 25th time, but the Rangers in this series, the bottom part of their lineup, 6 through 9, have been unbelievable. A 467 average, 21 for 45, 9 ribbies, 11 runs scored. Both the home runs coming off the bat of Cruz.
And there goes the runner on the first pitch. The throw down to second base, and out by plenty is your Vitor Alba. Great throw by Lou Marcy.
Well, that's just, they were trying the element of surprise there, taking off on first movement, but not with Lou behind the plate. He's been throwing the ball very well and not even close. Cabrera had a cup of coffee waiting.
So 2 outs and a 1-0 count to David Murphy. And leaving it up at 1-1. Rafael Perez versus left-handers this year. Left-handed batters hitting 9 for 39. That's a 231 mark. Murphy 1 for 2 this evening. And he hits that one on the ground to short. Cabrera with the backhand throws off balance to first. He got him. What a play again by Asdrubal Cabrera. And the Rangers retired in the 7th, but they get 2 more on the Nelson Cruz homer. 4-0 Texas. And time now for the Cleveland Clinic 7th inning stretch. Indians fans, it's time for you to get up and move it. Panini'sGrill.com for a location near you. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, Tribe down 4-0. Derek Holland has pitched very well tonight for Texas, giving up just 3 hits. Was in a little bit of trouble last inning, loaded the bases with 2 outs, but got out of it.
Yes, he did. His defense a little shaky there, made the error to keep the inning going, but he was able to come back and get Santana on a 3-2 pitch. And then his offense went back out and added 2 more runs. So a big turning point in the ball game.
So the Indians will need some late inning magic here tonight at Progressive Field. Sizemore, Duncan, and Kearns will bat here in the 7th. Got one inside. Got him. Yes, it did.
Well, there's your start.
And also got the catcher, too, on that deflection, Torrealba.
You know, that's what happens a lot of times when guys get grazed by a pitch, whether it's off the bat, the catcher or umpire, they are in harm's way. Watch this one. It looks like it gets Grady in the arm, and then it'll deflect down. Look at it on the back arm. Got him on top of the knee, above the shin guard. And you go down. From the arm down, oink, clank. Oh, boy. Deflection.
It looked like Torrealba took the worst of it, and Sizemore trotted down to first. He said, I'm fine. Here's Shelley Duncan, 0 for 2 tonight, but 2 lineouts. Lined out to second in the 2nd inning, lined out to right back in the 5th.
Boy, they could use a quick spark here, and I mean a 2-pointer.
Well, so far in this series, they've been outscored 22-6. Duncan hits that one high in the air to right. Running over towards the line is Cruz, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Let's check in with the Twins and Royals now. Dave Chudowski has the latest at our STO update desk. What's happening, Dave?
All right, Al, thanks. As you know, Minnesota coming here next week. 2-2 in the 6th. This is about as good as a bunt, wouldn't you say? Delman Young, we've seen a few of those with the Tribe, against the Tribe this year. That's a single. Alexi Casilla scores 3-2 Twins right now in the 6th. Back to you.
All right, Dave. So the Twins giving the Royals some problems, and with Kubel and Tomey going on the DL a couple of days ago, and they've been winning.
Well, that's going to be hard to sustain when you get some big boppers in the middle part of your lineup out.
Kearns with a base hit to right field, went to the opposite way there. Nice piece of hitting by Austin Kearns. Tribe's 4th hit tonight. And now the Indians once again get some runners on base. 1st and 2nd here with 1 out in the 7th.
Nice piece of hitting here by Austin. He's going to take that fastball and just stay right on it and shoot it the other way. Goes between 1st and 2nd. And that's exactly what the Indians will have. 1st and 2nd and 1 out. Time to get a key hit. They haven't been able to do it in the series.
Lou Marson 0 for 2. Lined out to center his last time up. He'll take a strike from Derek Holland.
This kid is he's been very good with strike 1 tonight.
And a great story on Derek Holland, too. He was his Babe Ruth League team in 2004, went to the World Series. He didn't start any of those games.
No kidding.
He
wasn't the best guy on his team?
Apparently not.
That's why they're at the World Series.
Yeah. Didn't have a 4-year scholarship offer to any college. So he went to community college at Wallace State in Alabama. Now he's pitching in the majors at age 24 as Mark Lowe gets loose in the bullpen. So a good story for the Newark native.
Well, it really is. When you go out there and he didn't start a game in his World Series, that's hard to believe. And he's in the big leagues. I wonder where the rest of those guys are and what they're doing.
Well, his dad had to send him to a look-see camp in Arizona for $1,200 to get him seen, and it worked. Probably the best $1,200 his dad, who's an electrician, ever invested.
He might be right there. I'm sure that Derek's going to pay him back.
2-1 here to Lou Marson as the Tribe tries to get their first runs of the night off Derek Holland. He's been staked to a 4-0 lead. Marson checks, not in time, says home plate umpire Eric Cooper. That's 2-2.
Well, what they called it on the swing. He couldn't check it, and that was too bad because it looked like it might have been a ball away. So he could have been sitting in the catbird seat at 3-1.
So instead, the count evens at 2-2. 2 aboard, 1 out here in the 7th. And now the count goes full. Well, Derek Holland has no trouble with his number of pitches so far this season. 9 of his 11 starts, he's throwing over 100 pitches. The only 2 he hasn't, Rick, he went out in the 3rd and 4th innings.
Right,
so
they got him early.
He's at 85 here. He's still got some time. And the payoff pitch coming to Lou Marson.
Yes,
Checked his swing and couldn't do it in time.
Boy, he gave him 2 strikes in that at-bat. 2 strikes, the 2-1 pitch and the 3-2 pitch. He was just geared, ready to go, and that one's out of the zone, and he did go. He swung and gives out the strikeout, number 4. And it's out number 2 here in the 7th inning.
And a conversation on the mound now as the catcher Yorvit Torrealba heads out there, and that'll give us time to take a look at tonight's Miller Taste Greatness Moments. Paul Sorrento, grand slam this date in 1995. And the winner, Paul Sorrento, oftentimes hit 8th in that batting order back in 1995. It's nice when you can have a guy like Sorrento batting 8th for you.
Yeah, no kidding. That was the year of the home run for the Indians.
So now Adam Everett with 2 outs and 2 on, and he takes ball 1 from Derek Holland. Everett tonight 0 for 1, struck out in the 3rd inning, walked in the 6th. That's the only walk that Holland has given up tonight. And Everett hits that one to left field, but on comes Murphy, and he makes the catch. And another line out for the Tribe here today. We're through 7 at Progressive Field. 4-0 Rangers. Go to the 8th inning here at Progressive Field. New pitcher for the Indians is Joe Smith.
All right, Smitty coming on after Rafael Perez went 2/3 to get out of the 7th inning. Smitty for the 19th time, 2-1 record. He's going to face the top of the lineup. It'll be Kinsler, Andrus, and Hamilton.
Warm night tonight at Progressive Field. Texas bats have a couple of 2-run homers. They lead it 4-0. 2-run shot by Hamilton in the 1st. And the 2-run shot in the 7th inning by Nelson Cruz, and that's been the difference here tonight. Ian Kinsler hard on the ground to third, but Adam Everett, nice diving play and throws him out. And that's the way it's gone for Ian Kinsler. He's now 0 for his last 15, Rick, but he's hit a couple of balls tonight just like that and some great defensive plays.
It was a very nice play. Adam Everett, that ball trying to get by him. He keeps it right in the glove. Gets up and able to throw Kinsler out. So there's been some good plays defensively. Cabrera has made a couple in the field tonight. Everett. Orlando Cabrera. Any way you look at it, there's been some pretty good defense played tonight on both sides.
Now Elvis Andrus, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a single and a run scored back in the first inning. Andrus in the last 2 nights now 5 for 8. This fine young shortstop just continues to develop, again, both defensively and offensively, as we've seen Asdrubal Cabrera do here in Cleveland. Asdrubal with a couple of highlight reel plays in the last inning. But on 4 pitches, Smith walks Andrus to put him aboard with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Time now for tonight's box score, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-in Value Guarantee.
Kinsler, Young, Beltre, the guys with no hits. It's a 2-run homers. The difference in this game, Hamilton in the first, Cruz in the 7th. The Texas Power.
Hamilton bats here, and Andrus was running, but Hamilton fouls that one off. Andrus had a pretty good jump. I think that Hamilton was upset with himself that he swung at it.
Well, you know, the thing of it is, if he likes the pitch, he can go ahead and swing. If he doesn't, he could take it because this guy's so good at stealing bases. 19 out of 19. You know, if you're the hitter, you don't have to worry about it. Or, you know, maybe they have a sign that he'll say, hey, I'm going to run. I don't know.
Hamilton goes the other way for the base hit to left field. His second hit tonight to go with the homer. So he's 2 for 4. And the Rangers with something brewing here in the 8th inning with a couple on and 1 out.
And just, I mean, look at him. You know, he's set up for looking for that sinker away, and he just slaps it that way. Stays on it. You know, he looked like, hey, I'm not going to try and do anything but just shoot it the other way, and he gets a base hit. You try and pull that pitch, and it could probably be a ground ball double play. Now, here's a guy that, for a right-hander, would have a good approach, I would think, against Joe Smith.
Well, Smith had Andrus leaning there as he made a move to second. Now, Michael Young at the plate. Tonight he's 0 for 3, but he's hit the ball hard twice. He fouls that one off. You know, a few years ago I was talking with Bob Wickman, and I said, Bob, who's the toughest guy that you face when you come in the 9th inning? Who's the last guy you want to see? He said Michael Young, a guy that just goes up there and looks to get base hits off me. I'd rather have the guy swinging from his heels.
Well, because he was a pitch to contact type of closer. You know what I mean? He wasn't overpowering, and he put the ball in play. I think a lot of pitchers would like to see a guy swing hard. Because the harder you swing, the more holes you have. When you keep it under control, like a Michael Young, that's why this guy's a 200-hit player. Not many of those guys around.
Young checks his swing, but yeah, it was in there. So 1-2 now to Michael Young. Joe Smith on in relief here in this 8th inning for Rafael Perez. And pitch inside, so 2-2 now to Michael Young. Rangers with 4 runs on 8 hits. Indians no runs on 4 hits.
Yeah, they can ill afford to give up any more.
The Rangers have only stranded 2 tonight. Indians have stranded 6. A swing and a miss. So Joe Smith comes back and strikes out Michael Young. And let's send it back to the studios now and get the latest on the Tigers and White Sox with Dave Chudowski. Dave.
Yeah, El, it's a good one. Bottom of 5, 2-0 the score. Tigers up. Gordon Beckham deep off Justin Verlander. A 2-run shot to tie it at 2. That's the score right now. 2-2 in the 6th. Back to you.
All right, Dave. So getting one off of Justin Verlander. The way he's been pitching lately, that's not easy to do.
No, you're right.
So 2 outs here in the 8th inning, and the first pitch is swung on and a line out as Carlos Santana makes the catch on the Adrian Beltre line drive. Rangers retired in the 8th. They leave 2. Still 4-0 Texas. Four 4-0 to the Texas Rangers. And left-hander Derek Holland, as the fans here tonight getting some ice cream to try and cool off. Warm night. Michael Brantley to lead it off against the 24-year-old Newark, Ohio native, and he takes strike 1.
How about
from Derek
21
Holland.
out of 28 first pitch strikes for this left-hander? He's been dynamite. Hitter's just 1 for 14 out of the full windup. He has walked 1. He's hit 1. But, I mean, he has been – this is one of the best games he could pitch. 12-0-2, 1-2 counts, only 4 hits. He has 4 punch-outs. Coming into this inning, he had 88 pitches.
Brantley hits that one towards the hole, but Kinsler moves over, makes the play at first base. And there's one away here in the 8th inning for the Tribe.
Well, you see, Moreland thought he was going to have to go over there and get that ball. Once he realized Kinsler's there, he gets back to first base, and they retire him. He made a nice play on Brantley earlier in the 3rd inning where he had to flip over to Holland to get him and retire him.
So Brantley 1 for 4 tonight. Orlando Cabrera now hitting in the 2-hole. He's 0 for 3. Cabrera fouls that one into the seats. Tonight's attendance, 30,130. Fans have been up on their feet a couple different times trying to get the offense going, but the Indians just haven't been able to get anything against Holland so far. Here's a bouncer. Tough play for Andrus. And he still makes the play. Fumbled it a little bit and still made the throw.
You know what happened? I don't think he had a good grip on it. It looked like he threw Moreland a changeup, but Moreland went out to stab it because there wasn't much on it. Watch, I don't think he had a good grip on the ball, but Moreland, as he plays it, see, he fumbled it. and he throws it out there. But watch Moreland go out there and get that ball and keep his foot on the base. And they retire Cabrera. He threw a changeup. Maybe that's what Moreland called for. That's out number 2.
Well, we've seen Moreland make some nice picks at first base on ground balls and on throws this series. So 2 outs now for Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And he hits that one hard in the gap towards right center field, and that one will get down and go to the wall. Cabrera around first. He'll head to second base and stay there with the 2-out stand-up double here in the 8th inning.
And Asdrubal, the first extra base hit tonight for the Tribe. It's only their 5th. And he did him a favor. He left him a little breaking ball out over the plate. So that's a mistake, I think, for Holland. You see, Asdrubal stayed on it, went, as good as this guy's swinging a bat. Kept his hands back, a pretty swing. Found the gap in right center field, but again, it's a 2-out base hit. Tough to get things rolling with 2 outs.
So now Carlos Santana. And he swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Andrus. And the Indians retired in the 8th inning. We'll go to the 9th. Still 4-0 Texas. Lead the Indians 4-0. And the Gathering Place supports, educates, and empowers individuals and families touched by cancer. For every Indians home run, Matt and Rick will each donate $5 to the Gathering Place, while Great Clips donates $50. Our total so far this season is $3,300. For more information on a great organization, visit touchedbycancer.org. Great needs, great deeds, great clips. And a new pitcher for the Tribe, their 4th of the night. It's right-hander Vinny Pastano.
Vinny for the 24th time, 27 strikeouts in his 21 innings of work. Came in a couple of times ago in Toronto and struck out the side. He's going to face Cruz, a guy that's homered in 2 games straight. Moreland, Torrealba, scheduled hitters.
Vinny's been very good this year. Here's a guy, Rick, that had to win his spot in spring training just to make the team, and now he's the primary right-handed center
Yeah,
man.
he's done a terrific job. And one of their concerns was could Vinny go on back-to-back days this year? Now, what's wrong? They're coming out.
Well, they are. You're right.
What is going on? We got Rick Jamieson and Manny Acta coming out to the mound. I didn't see anything in warm-ups, did you?
No.
Well, they've already made a call. Now, what the heck is going on?
Huh.
Look at that. I mean, he came on to pitch, and he had to do something in his warm-ups.
So Vinny Pistano obviously injured. And we'll try to see what that is, and that's the last thing that the Indians need is someone like him going down. But we'll take a break, as now the Indians will have to go to the bullpen. They'll bring in Chad Durbin, and Chad will have as many warm-up pitches as needed. More on Durbin after this. Indians replacing Vinny Pistano, who apparently injured himself on his warm-up tosses.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to figure out because we looked at it and didn't see anything. But Chad Durbin is going to come on. He'll get all the time he needs. It shouldn't take him too long because I think he was up getting loose anyway. Did pitch in last night's ball game, but I don't know if we'll hear anything about Pistano before this game's over, but certainly do not know what happened to him. So Durbin's going to end up starting this ninth inning.
Now, one of the strong points tonight for the Tribe has been their defense, Rick, and we've seen some outstanding plays for the Indians, and especially by the left side of that infield.
Well, they turned a double play. Scooped, and there's Orlando Cabrera on a bang-bang play from Beltran, and then as Drubel. Play over at first base to get Murphy, and then a nice play by Adam Everett. So they defensively on the infield, they've played very well tonight.
Durbin facing Nelson Cruz here, who swings and misses at the first offering. Cruz tonight 1 for 3, but that one was a 2-run homer back in the 7th inning, his 12th of the year. Righty's hitting .351 against Durbin this year. Here's a shot to left center field. Brantley going over and runs it down in the gap. Nice job by Michael Brantley to take an extra base hit away from Nelson Cruz. 1 out here in the 9th. Mitch Moreland, the batter. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Got a base hit his first time up. Mitch Moreland with that hit earlier now has a base hit in 9 of his last 10 games. We talked about defense for the Tribe, Rick, but Mitch Moreland, as I said, in this series, he's made some nice picks at first base.
Yeah, he looks very good defensively over there. Haven't had a chance to see him much last year after just coming up, but I'll tell you what, he looks pretty smooth over there. Can also hit.
Yes, he can. Got the average up to 310 now in this series, hitting .455. Two and one the count here with one out in the ninth inning. 4-0 Rangers on two-run homers tonight. Hamilton and Cruz. Swing and the miss. Durbin works in like that. That pitch
nice
is hard
cutter.
to hit.
Yeah, that's a good cutter. That's a pitch that has worked for him recently, and that's his pitch. It goes away from the right-handers and right into the lefties.
And he got Moreland swinging. Larson will make the tag, and Moreland is out. Fourth strikeout tonight for Indians pitching. First one here for Chad Durbin. 2 outs in the ninth. And stay tuned after the game for the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show here on STO. Conrad's, home of the lowest everyday tire price guarantee. We'll have Indians Rangers highlights and analysis, plus highlights from around the majors, and check in with manager Manny Acta at his postgame press conference. That's coming up immediately following this one, Game 3 in the 4-game series with Texas here this weekend. Your Torrey Alba now. 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a double. You talked about that cutter, Rick, with Chad Durbin, and he said, April was a little struggle for him. He found that cutter sometime in early May, and that's been the difference for him on the mound of late.
Well, he was a late spring training guy that came in late and maybe didn't get his work in like he should have.
Well, he gets a 3-up, 3-down inning here. Cabrera to Santana, and Torrealba is retired 6-3. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Tribe, down by 4. Indians will try and get some runs against Derek Holland, who will go for his second career complete game shutout, as he'll face hitters 5, 6, and 7. Sizemore, Duncan, and Kern scheduled to bat here in the ninth.
Well, he has been outstanding tonight, and what the Tribe needs right now is some base runners. Get him out of that stretch, but he's been good no matter how you look at it. How you slice it. Back in the second, they had 2 base runners on. He did get a double play. And back in the 7th, when they had the bases loaded, the 6th, with a hit, he walked a guy and they had an error. But he was able to weather all that. And first pitch strikes, dominating tonight.
Yet another one. It's Grady Sizemore 1 for 2 tonight. Lowe and Oliver are up in the Texas bullpen just in case. But this is Holland's game right now. And quickly 2 strikes to Grady Sizemore. 0-2 or 1-2 tonight. That's the 13th time this evening for Holland, and working ahead has been his key. He talked about that leading up to tonight's game, that he's got to throw more strikes. He has done that tonight. He averages 17-plus pitches per inning, but not tonight.
He's just been free and easy all night long. The time he wasn't is when, he's at the 100-pitch mark. 70% strikes. I mean, that's very, very good. Was the one time with the bases loaded he tried to muscle up on a couple pitches, but other than that, it hasn't been that way.
The 0-2 again. Sizemore fouls it away. He's only had one inning tonight where he really had to work with pitches. That was the 6th. He threw 23. Other than that 1/6 inning, Rick, he has not thrown more than 13 pitches in any one inning tonight.
Impressive. They want this one upstairs.
And it is for ball 1. Derek Holland, the 24-year-old from Newark, Ohio, the Rangers' 25th round draft pick in 2006. Sizemore calls time. And he hits that one to right field. Cruz started back for a moment but picked it up and now makes the catch. One down here in the 9th inning. Also tonight on STO, after the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show, we'll have the OHSAA softball championships for you. The D2 game right after Conrad's, and then the D1 game following that. First pitch will be approximately 12:30 on that second game. Now Shelley Duncan, 0 for 3 tonight. He's lined out twice, though. Hit the ball well, just has nothing to show for it. The 4th and final game in this Indians-Rangers series is tomorrow afternoon, 1:05 here at the ballpark. Mitch Talbot against C.J. Wilson. We'll be with you at 12:30 for Indians on Deck. Dave Chudowski and Jason Stamford will get you started, so hope you can join us for that. That one bounced high in the air. Andrus, tough play. Bare hand makes the throw. Elvis Andrus with a great bare hand play. 2 outs in the 9th.
High off the plate. That's the only play Andrus had, was to come in with the bare hand. Duncan doesn't get down the line that well, and he gets him bang bang at first base. Another nice infield play.
So 2 away now for Austin Kearns. And Torrealba at the mound chatting with Holland, who's throwing 106 pitches. Well, there's Andrus. And watching him and Asdrubal Cabrera go against one another in this series has been fun. It hasn't been fun to watch the Indians get beat.
No.
But it's been fun to watch these two shortstops play.
2 shortstops are, I think, 2 of the best in the league, without a doubt.
Austin Kearns takes ball 1. Austin 1 for 3 tonight. Lined down the 2nd, struck out in the 5th, singled in the 7th. There's Asdrubal. Who by all rights should be at the All-Star game this year. Elvis Andrus, he's making a case as well. 1-1 to Kearns. And now 2-2. So the Indians down to their last strike. That went in a little bit tight. That'll run the count full. Derek Holland trying to get the Rangers' 7th shutout of the season. And a swing and a miss. He accomplishes the task. Kern strikes out. 5th strikeout tonight for Derek Holland. He has the complete game shutout, a 5-hitter. He walked only 1 and struck out 5. And that's also his 5th win of the season as he improves to 5-1. So the Rangers take the first 3 games in this 4-game series. The finale tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. We'll have for you right here on Sports Time Ohio. Time now for the KeyBank Key Play of the Game, brought to you by KeyBank. Thank you for making KeyBank the #1 bank in Northeast Ohio.
Well, you go back to the 6th inning. The Indians had an opportunity here. For 1st and 2nd, Beltre makes the error. Now they get 4 outs in the inning. 1 opportunity, Santana, a 3-2 pitch, grounds right back out to Beltre. Given another opportunity to get out of it, he did, and Derek Holland, he made the most of it. He was outstanding tonight. That is going to be our KeyBank Key Play of the Game.
So the Rangers will win 4-0. And coming up next here on Sports Time Ohio, the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show. Highlights and analysis from this game. We'll also check in with the other games happening tonight in MLB. And we'll also check in with manager Manny Acta. 4-0 Rangers, a winner.